Most people think becoming a millionaire requires a trust fund or a tech startup. I'm going to show you the exact 12-month playbook that takes someone from making $60,000 a year and puts them on track to build real wealth, starting with nothing but a side hustle and a Saturday afternoon. I'm going to break down which path is right for you and give you month-by-month actions so you know exactly what to do next. The truth is, there are two paths to becoming a millionaire, and most people don't realize the slow path actually works for almost everyone. Month 1, understand you're already in business. Here's something that changed how I think about money forever. Whether you realize it or not, you're already in business for yourself. Your employer is just your only client. What's the difference between a $50,000 earner and a $500,000 earner? The value they provide to the marketplace. Mark Zuckerberg paid people $1 billion to come work in his AI group, and they're still technically salaried employees. The path to making more isn't asking for raises, it's increasing your value. Becoming a learning machine is the single best investment you can make. If you save 15% of your income and invest at a 10% average return, in 30 years, you can withdraw 4% that equals your salary. Start at 20 to 22 years old, focus on skills, self-improvement, continuously learning. That's how you're going to increase your value and your income over time. There's nothing wrong with a get-rich-slow path. It's a sure path to success for the vast majority of people. I actually think most people should take that path. But if you're watching this video, you probably want to accelerate the timeline. You want millions now, not when you're 55. The rest of this video is for you, but know that what follows requires hustle, risk, and uncertainty. Month 2, set up your business structure. Month 2 is where most people go wrong. They either skip the structure entirely or they spend 6 weeks picking fonts for a logo nobody will ever see. I'm going to show you how to set up properly in a single day. Setting up a basic LLC signals to yourself, I'm serious about this. It's like cleaning your room. It gets you organized and ready to win. Tax advantages. You can write off home office, car usage for your side hustle, AI programs, software. If you lose money in year 1, but it's active income from a legitimate business that you're working in, you can write that off against your W-2 income. This is real money back in your pocket if you structure it right. Don't be performative. Skip the logo, skip the fancy website. A lot of people spend a whole month on this stuff, and it's pretty meaningless, honestly. Now, everyone in the comments says, I don't have any money to start. Good news, each of these 3 business models requires effectively 0 capital. Model number 1, virtual service business. Sell your skills and your time online, like a marketing agency, web design, AI consulting. Model number 2, product-based businesses. Sell physical products. You move from garage sale flips to drop shipping to wholesale to manufacturing. Model number 3, local service business. Pressure washing, car detailing, cleaning, window washing. I've done all 3 of these before the age of 16. These models stand the test of time. They worked well then, they work well now, and they'll work 25 years from now. Get paid quickly and build confidence by solving tangible problems for real people. If you're patient and want to build something that compounds over time, Model 2 is the long game. You start small, reinvest profits, and gradually move toward inventory, brand, and real equity. Not everything is going to be your thing, and that's totally okay. The goal is to find what fits you. If you follow months 1 to 4, you've got cash coming in. But here's the problem. You're trading time for money, which means you've basically just created another job for yourself. Months 5 to 8 are about escaping that trap. Stop trading time for money, start building a machine. Let's say you figured something out. You got a few hair salon clients in Atlanta running Facebook ads. Most people stop here and just keep doing the work. That's a mistake because you're sitting on something way more valuable than one client. Your first successful client is a template, not a trophy. Once you solve a problem for one client, you've created an offer. You systematize monetize what worked and figure out how to sell it to similar businesses. Example, I've had success with Facebook marketing for salons in Atlanta. I have a system that works. You go out and you do a marketing campaign to every salon owner in your city, or you figure out every salon owner in Atlanta and reach out, hey, I've had success with salons. Here's what I can do for you. This is step 2, turning a one-off win into a repeatable process. Same thing works if you become good at getting leads for plumbing businesses. You can monetize that by selling your service to plumbers who need leads. If you have the ability to deliver, there's always demand. Depth beats breadth at this stage. Your ability to really own that niche is what creates your competitive advantage. Here's where it gets real. You have your day job and you have your side hustle and you're running out of hours. Month 6 is about creating the documentation that lets someone else do the work. You'll reach a point where your demand exceeds your capacity. More interest in your product than time to deliver. You don't have time to continue to grow this, you're maxed out. This is actually a good problem. It means that your offer works. The question becomes, how do I create SOPs and systems around this? The simplest way to create your first SOP is to just do the work and record it. Literally screen record yourself doing the task from start to finish. No need to prepare or polish. As you're working, narrate what you're doing and why you're doing it. Then, take that recording and write out the steps in plain English. I would use an AI transcript to speed up the process. Click this, open that, copy this, paste here. If there's a decision, explain how you make it. Your first SOP doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to exist. You can clean it up later. What matters is that someone else could follow it without asking you questions. A good SOP passes the teach it to a 5th grader test. If you handed this document to someone smart but inexperienced, could they do the job without context? Once you have SOPs, you can outsource the parts that aren't a good use of your time. You free yourself up to do what only you can do, sell more. Rinse and repeat. This is how you scale. You're only held back by your ability to create systems and hire people to execute them. This is the month most side hustlers never reach. You're about to go from freelancer to business owner. And I'll be honest, this is where it gets scary. Your first hire changes everything. When you have more jobs coming in than you can handle, when you're still doing this nights and weekends as a side hustle, when your systems are documented well enough that someone else can follow them, you hire someone to do the work while you focus on the marketing engine. Almost everyone's instinct is to hire for sales first, and that's usually a mistake. Early on, more sales just creates chaos. Your first hire should almost always be for delivery. Someone who can execute the SOPs, produce the outcome, and free up your time. Once delivery is stable, then you pour gasoline on the sales engine. Sales without delivery breaks trust. Delivery without sales just means you're capped. Stability first, growth second. Your first hire doesn't need to be perfect, they just need to be reliable. For virtual work, start with vetted VA services or contractor platforms. You're buying leverage, not a long-term employee on day one. For local service businesses, look local. Facebook groups, referrals, trade schools, or people already doing similar work who want more hours. The key is small test. One task, one shift, 1 week. If they can follow the SOP without constant supervision, you found leverage. If they can't, the problem is usually the system, not the person. Fix the system, then try again. You can take a business like this as far as you want. There's a guy in Nashville we were just looking at doing on the podcast, $100 million plus pressure washing business. And it all started with him knocking on one door and doing one pressure wash. The ceiling is way higher than most people realize. Your only limits are your systems, your ability to hire, and your ability to market. By month 8, your ability to grow is limited by one thing, your ability to generate demand. This month is about building the engine that feeds your business forever. Marketing is the only skill that pays forever. Take the money in your pocket from delivery and reinvest. Invest in a website, basic, functional, not fancy. Spend $10 a day on Facebook advertising in your target neighborhoods. Start building your book of business. See if you can drum up enough jobs that you need to hire more help. Marketing compounds. Each satisfied customer can refer more. Your reputation builds in your niche. Good reviews lead to more leads. Eventually, leads come to you instead of you chasing them. Here's what most people don't understand. The markets are effectively infinite for any of these businesses. There's no shortage of hair salons that need marketing, or driveways that need pressure washing, or products that need selling. What ends up breaking down is not the market, it's your systems and frameworks. If you really want to grow into something truly big, you need your own unique insight in a specific industry and a business model that makes it your own. If you follow this playbook, you've built something that generates cash. But here's what separates millionaires from people who just have good side hustles. They use cash flow to build equity. The next 4 months are about playing the long game. Cash flow is good, equity is how you get rich. Most smart agency owners I know don't stay in the agency business forever. They use it as a cash flow engine to fund their next move. Agencies are stepping stones, not destinations. Iman Gadzhi famously parlayed his agency into a business selling how to start an agency. Andrew Wilkinson is another great example. He started with a web agency, used the cash flow, and began buying boring, profitable software companies. That turned into Tiny, a holding company that owns dozens of businesses today. The agency wasn't the end goal, it was the funding source. The origins of FilterBuy actually came from this ladder. Step 1 was one of my early dropshipping businesses. I was selling custom safety signs. I found a custom safety sign manufacturer in Pennsylvania. If just buying and selling other people's products in your first year is how you start to snowball, that's totally fine. A guy we talked to recently has a $10 million plus business making custom hats for service businesses. HVAC companies and plumbing companies, all their people need branded hats. He takes blank hats, customizes them with his own sewing equipment, and ships them to the end customer. That's vertical integration. You control manufacturing and fulfillment. So how do you get there? It's a process. Drop shipping, wholesale, manufacturing. I collapsed each of these chains over time, but it started with one thrift store find. Here's the move that changed everything for me. Instead of just marketing for hair salons, what if you owned the hair salon? Stop selling to businesses, start buying them. You've become an expert in marketing for a specific niche. You know these businesses better than most owners do. Find an underperforming business in your niche and buy it or partner. Maybe you go out and buy a hair salon that's struggling. You say, running a salon isn't that hard. Most of them struggle with marketing. I'm good at marketing. Your competitive advantage, you already know how to drive customers to them. One of the secrets to FilterBuy's success is that I'm a purebred entrepreneur who's done all of these things. FilterBuy has aspects of all three business models. We're a marketing machine. We're a vertically integrated manufacturing company. We're a vertically integrated distribution business. And we have a service business component. I combined all of these things, and that's the real unlock. There's this guy, James Altucher, who talks about idea sex, the intersection of ideas from different domains. That's what this is. Combining models creates something new. One idea leads to another. You start making connections that lead you somewhere else. In the agency world, own your specialty niche. Maybe own clients in that niche. In products, manufacture and vertically integrate. In service, build a brand that differentiates. The intersection creates unfair advantages nobody else can replicate. Month 12 isn't about learning something new. It's about understanding that everything you've built in the last year is now working together. Skills compound, bankroll compounds, opportunities compound, and the only thing that can stop you now is losing focus. Your first year was about learning. Year 2 is about compounding. When you learn these models, you'll want to go in lots of directions. It's so easy to get distracted. Resist that. The more focused and niche you can be, the better off you are. Depth beats breadth. Here's my warning again. Copying exactly what I did won't work for you. You need to find your version. What's interesting to you, where you see opportunity. Be creative. Look for your version of the safety sign manufacturer or the restaurant that needs a website. There is no excuse not to get started. It doesn't take money to get started. $200 max for any of these. You can build $1 million business within a year or two in any of these verticals, no question. But it requires starting now, compounding your skills, building your bankroll, being strategic and smart about decisions. Let your skills compound, let your bankroll compound. The punchline, go out and get started. If you own a boring business doing at least $1 million in revenue and you want to take it to the next level, I want to hear from you. We're filming in New York, Miami, and Las Vegas, travel covered. Email the address on the screen with a bit about your business. I look forward to learning about your business in person soon.